What's up everyone, it's Adam from Life of Adam, came back with a brand new lifeguarding video. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about something that people tend to forget when taking the lifeguard final exam. This is at the very end of the course. You've done all the swimming, you've done all the classroom work. All you have to do is pass this exam and you get certified and you're able to become a lifeguard at whatever job you want. This is something that if you forget or take lightly, it might cost you in the end. It may require you to take it all over again, which I want none of you to experience. So keep listening if you're someone who wants to become a lifeguard. Now, before I dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of content about passing the course, finding a job interviews, final exam questions, everything you need to know about being a lifeguard. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video if you're new to the channel. Now, the lifeguard final exam is nothing like your typical exam in high school or in college. In high school or college, you get an F, it's a 50% or lower. You get a C, is anywhere from a 70% to an 80%. An A is 90 and above. The lifeguard course, in order for you to pass the final written exam, which is a multiple choice exam that has anywhere from like 35 to like 55 to 60 multiple choice questions, you have to get an 80% or higher. And that's why the lifeguard final exam has that like reputation of having a lot of common sense questions on it. And that is because they're gimmies, but if you only get those questions right and you don't get the questions that require details and specifics right, you won't pass the exam. So it's not like in school where you can get a C and do a decent job if you barely study. The lifeguarding course, you want to pay attention to terminology. You want to select the safest, best sounding answer that relates to the situation. You need to know repetitions, compressions for children, adults, infants, for rescue breathing, CPR, two-person CPR. You need to know the small details, because when you're given these specific questions, if you don't get all of those right, and let's say you miss a lot of them, it'll put the rest of the questions that you get right in jeopardy to hit that 80% mark. So you cannot take this lightly. Now, what I recommend you do is there's a lot of great resources. I have a playlist on my channel that has test questions from the American Red Cross. You're probably gonna see a lot of these. I'll give you the question, I'll give you the options, and I'll tell you which answer is right and why. That's a great way to study. Another great way to study is you go on websites like Quizlet, and they'll have the same things except in the version of a flashcard where you'll see the question, the options, you turn over the flashcard, and it'll tell you the correct answer. What I recommend you do is you take a look at the handouts, you memorize CPR, you practice on a dummy on the floor in your house, and you also skim the textbook. Specifically, what I'm doing is looking at the definitions, highlighting terminology, and memorizing what things mean from each chapter. That knowledge right there will get you over the 80% mark, but you have to make sure you put in the time to study. Now, the thing about the lifeguarding final test is that if you don't pass it on your first try, you do get a redo, but a lot more pressure is on you during this redo, especially if you don't pass it this time, because then you have to take the entire course over again. You may have to pay again. It comes down to you and the instructor, which I don't want any of you guys to put your time being a lifeguard in jeopardy. I want you all to pass on your first try, so make sure you put in the work. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Like and subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next upload. Thanks so much. Peace out.